And today we'll be talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and what I thought of the trailer. I thought the trailer was a great effort when it came to CGI graphics and all the little fancy material they put in there, but we all know any trailer for a game you see is mostly not in-game material, but nothing more than a fancy, overinflated trailer that has nothing to do with the game. So a trailer to a game could look really good, but then it could suck really bad when you actually play the game. Take Star Wars Battlefront 1, the one that came out a couple years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago. It was terrible. It was fun to play for a while, but the lack of customization, no story mission at all, no campaign. I don't count those little side missions as campaign or story missions at all. It was just utter garbage. It was just terrible. The lack of different type of weapons and the star cards. It's like it was so confusing to play half the time. It's like, okay, I think I can play this for a day, but after you play one game, you're just like, okay, I'm finished. This is really bad. I can't go through with it. I really can't get into the game except for just shooting at people, playing certain heroes. Now, the one thing I wish they would have done with Star Wars Battlefront, since EA, a major game company who has probably more money than they know what to do with, and DICE, who is known for working on Battlefield games, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1 that just came out last year, and they do some pretty good stuff. It's like when it comes to customization, guns, vehicles, skins, it's pretty nice. Like, for example, Battlefield 4, you can customize your weapons, what type of grips, what type of scopes, what type of barrels, compensators go on your gun. Same thing for pistols. What type of camouflage your character can have. What type of perks he can have to help your squad out. Like, do you want him to have a grenade launcher? Or perhaps an RPG? Or maybe you just want to carry the repair tool around and actually help your teammates for once. Or be a medic and actually do what a medic's supposed to do, which is revive and support people. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the Battlefield games, but Battlefield 1 was just lacking in that field as well when it came to customizations with certain vehicles and skins and customizing weapons. It was just overall trash. It was very disappointing. And I just want to make a point here. It's like you've got Tom Clancy, alright? They're doing something right. That's why more and more people are playing their games, and their games are extremely fun to play. It's like, let's take a look here. Alright, Loadout. Now, Battlefield 1 had no customizations on weapons at all. Even if you notice when you played the campaign, some weapon crates that you would open and you would pick that weapon, some weapons had compensators on them. Flash suppressors, if that's the right word for it. I hope so. If not, correct me. Silencers, grips, certain scopes, stuff like that. It was really interesting in the story mission on how a lot of these weapons had that. But when you got the campaign, oh no, sorry, you can't have that weapon. That weapon there that had a silencer? Nah, you can't have that. Well, why can't I just put a grip on this gun? You can't. You gotta unlock all three because each three weapons do different things. Well, can't I just have the one weapon and customize it the way I need it for each round? No, sorry, can't do that. And it's disappointing. To me, that's just kind of lazy. For example, Battlefield 4 had all these customizations and little gadgets and everything else you could do to your guns. It was fun and all, but however, each little component, scopes, grips, compensators, would have bugs, things the company would have to fix. So basically, with them doing away with that in Battlefield 1, gave them less to do and less to fix, and them having to spend less money for people to fix these problems. Now, let's take a look at Tom Clancy here. I can click on this weapon here and customize it basically any way I want when it comes to parts that I have. I can't just put some crazy parts on here from a pistol or a sniper on here. You've got a regular stock. You have different scopes. And for some reason, the game has been not lining or having the scopes and stuff in the middle of the screen. Everything's kind of been, I'm not sure, in odd locations, like up top here. Different scopes, different things you can use. Like, alright, you can clearly see here, I've got a stock on here. Just regular bull stock, butt stock, my bad. Thought those were L's. An EXPS3 scope. Triggers, same thing. You can customize, put different triggers on your weapons. Magazines, same thing. Like, let's take a look here. You can also come over here and check out different things that you've got. Where's my favorite gun that I like? Oh, the TAR-21. Alright. Probably my favorite gun in this game so far. Power, accuracy. Handling's pretty good, even though it's low. I've had no problem with it at all. Scopes and stuff. You have a wide array of different things. Oh, see, it works here, but with some of the bigger guns, you've got problems. Yeah, see, like that one right there, gone. Won't show up. Ah, there we go. There's another scope. Just different things you can use to make your weapon a little different, a little more unique. Something that you can use. I'm trying to think of some other words, and once again, I'm a bit slow at them today. Work, medicine, allergies. I am stopped up beyond belief. My goodness. God, I hate pollen. Each player that plays a game, doesn't matter who you are, has a unique way of playing. Some won't just crazy. Some just want to deal out tons and crazy amounts of damage. Other ones want more of a middle ground. Like, I want more accuracy and handling on a weapon if I'm going to be shooting at someone from a distance. If you've got too much power, your gun's going to be all over the place. You're only going to be able to pop one or two rounds down his range every couple of seconds while your gun cools down, stabilizes, whatever words you want to use for it. Now, Tom Clancy does it pretty well. They know what they're doing when it comes to games, customizations and stuff. Well, even grips you can see here. Different grips and everything else. Like, let's say, if I can angle it right, just different grips, which makes me ask the question, why isn't EA doing this with Star Wars Battlefront? The only thing you could do was pick a weapon. It's like, okay, here it is, everybody. This is what it looks like. This is what you got to use. Well, yeah, that's great and all, but what if I want a grip on there, you know, to help with handling? And suppose I don't want a regular generic muzzle on it, like the default. Let's say I want an actual compensator to help with accuracy. Well, you can't have that. You can only have what we put on your weapon for you. So then you got to run around with something. It's a fun weapon, but oh, man, I'm just lost for words. You really just can't do much with it. It's just like, yeah, this weapon's great, but it overheats. Its stability is crap, and the scope on it is absolute garbage. It's like, why can't we have a customization when it comes to certain weapons and stuff? It's like, why can't I click on a gun in Star Wars? Like, for example, a Stormtrooper blaster, which I think is an E11. How come I can't click on that, go to a scope, and say, okay, I don't like this scope. I'm going to go with this scope here. And this trigger here, which I can't change, but let's say if I wanted a different firing rate, like I wanted something, like let's say I wanted my weapon to be a little bit more powerful. It would shoot out a stronger burst, but its rate of fire would be a lot slower. Now, same thing with magazines or cooling for weapons, since a lot of the weapons in the Star Wars universes can overheat. Let's see here, barrel. You can do different barrels in this game, which is pretty neat. A standard barrel, longer barrel. Well, let's say I want a suppressor in the Star Wars universe, which I know they have. I wish I could be able to do that. And let's say instead of a grip on a weapon, let's say there's this one weapon in Star Wars Battlefront. I forget the name of it. But if you charge the weapon, you can shoot out a like an ion-based grenade almost. So I would just come down here. Instead of a grip, I would go with the grenade launcher and be done with it. And once again, you can do this with other weapons in the game. It's like there's so many different types. The P416. Let's see here. Where's that one weapon I use that I really enjoy? Is this it? That's not it. Give me a minute here. It's gonna take me a second to find it. No, not that. Oh, where is it at? I think that's it right there. You can put different magazines on your weapons, of course. This weapon's pretty powerful, so basically I like to put a grip on it. Grenade launcher is great and all, but it can be difficult to control it sometimes. A muzzle, suppressor, compensator. Compensator. Not only that, but you can change the color of your own weapon. Any color you want. Why can't we do this in Star Wars Battlefront? Look at this. If they can do it in this game, what's y'all's excuse? Come on, EA. Get with it. Now, same thing for character. I can click on my guy, and I can say, okay, I don't want all this brush on me. Accessories. I just clicked on the wrong thing. It's a ghillie suit. I can change different types of suits that my guy can wear to having none. You can change his outfit to his to tops, vest, pants, footwear, ghillie suit, accessories. Why can't we do that? So it makes me ask the question, will Star Wars Battlefront 2 be a complete flop? And I'm gonna have to say, I think it is. I think it's gonna be absolute. That's a new bug. Check that out. Huh. Alright. Okay, there we go. Makes me wonder. I know it will. It'll be an absolute flop. It'll be nothing but the same Battlefield 1. Not Battlefield 1. Battlefront 1 game that we had a couple years ago. Just basically newer maps, better graphics, different weapons, new heroes, and hopefully a playable and enjoyable campaign. That's really all I have to say on that.
I'll drive.
So, hopefully EA have pulled their best guys up and said, look, let's get this right and we can all enjoy a really good Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. But if not, it'll be a great way, or more of a great home decor item when it comes to coasters in your house. Don't have one? Just pull the game out and plop your drink on top. That's all the time we've got today, talking about how EA and DICE can't make games anymore and their lack of creativity. Have a nice day. Everyone have a good Easter tomorrow. Go to church. And if that offended you, I'm so terribly sorry.